here, I tell you what are we doing over here? Better be getting her done today because we're getting her done. We're getting everything done today. Yeah, we're over here at Blessed Performance. If you didn't know, we're at work over here. We're a little fabricator, machinist, more idiot around here. So what we're doing today is actually not much. We're getting ready to go on down to Omaha, Nebraska for this old gal right here. If you don't know what this is, you better know what it is. This is a HAAS VF2SS. So if you don't know what that is a 3-axis milling machine. We can add a 4th axis in here if we want to. Won't be too hard at all. But we can make pretty much anything out of a block of steel or a block of aluminum or anything like that. So this table down here, you can see we got our tooling and a couple vices over there behind you. But the vices are going right here. It'll clamp down the block of aluminum, and you can just mill the block of aluminum wherever you want. This pallet will move back and forth. This thing here will move up and down, and it'll even have, I think there's like 30 tool changers up in there. We finally got this thing hooked up and everything. This thing has been sitting for like a year. And to get this thing set up was a pain. It was on the pallet like 2 weeks ago. So I got the pallet off of there, got everything pretty much set up. There was a couple things that when the installer came out that we did wrong, like this little tray was flipped upside down, just little stuff like that. But he went over everything, got this thing all 100% level, ready to go. So yeah, we're gonna be making diesel truck parts with this thing. Anything you can think of. Number one thing is probably gonna be pistons. There's gonna be, well, I don't think I should say it just yet, but we'll make videos of making most of the stuff. So pistons are gonna be definitely number one. Yeah, we won't get too much on what we're gonna make just yet, but we will here soon. But the electricity was the hardest part on this stupid thing, since we don't have any 3-phase here. And to get 3-phase here was like $900 billion. So we actually just went out and bought a 3-phase generator. And it's sitting out back. I'll go show you guys that thing, and we'll actually go fire it up and get everything going. So then we had old boy come out and wire it up, and then we figured out the generator only puts out 480 volts, and there's no switch on it to switch it to 220 or 240 or nothing like that. And then he put a transformer in to transform it from 480 to 220, which is what this thing needs. And now it's going with that. Oh, and the gas to hook up the generator. Let's go outside and I'll show you this special generator. So here is the generator here. We actually bought it for a really good price. Damn near stole this thing. We just hooked it up to regular natural gas from in the shop, but that wasn't enough pressure, so we actually had to have them come out and install a meter for this thing. Its own meter. That's how much this thing needs. So, yeah. So that was a pain in the ass getting that hooked up. Come into here. I need to do an oil change on this thing too. Start this bad boy up, put it in manual, and it'll start cranking here in about 2 seconds. Oh yeah, fires right up. Woo! Won't start. Close that up. Get the electricity there. Runs on down. Here's our transformer here at 480 volts to 220. Then we got another breaker there. You can see it comes in the wall. This is where all our coolant goes. Our coolant pumps, low pressure, high pressure, all that good stuff over here. This is where your milling chips come out of right here. So we'll actually have to have a little, whoa, what are you doing? Actually have to have a little trash can over here catching all that stuff. If you wonder what these bad boys here, these here are the nitrogen tanks for this bad boy. This is a fiber laser here. It's pretty much the same thing as that thing, but it doesn't do 3D. It's only 2D, if that makes any sense. We got oxygen here, big oxygen tank. This does mostly steel, mild steel. This stuff here does aluminum, so when we're cutting aluminum, we'll be using nitrogen. This here is nitrogen here as well. We ran out of the big tank, and those usually take about a week to get in, and I used quite a bit. So I just used up 2 of these little high pressure bottles to get us by until we leave next week to go get training on this thing right here. So let's start this thing up. Power it on. It's gonna do some beeping and shit. And then it'll be getting going. Come on now. This is powering up. We'll actually give you a little walk around of this thing. Oh, here we go. It's starting up. Wow, look, there's some coolant. We got coolant on the way. I don't know where it's at, but. Oh yeah, look at this. This is mighty tits. Come into here. This is where all the magic happens. This thing here will actually move all around. This thing here will move all up and down. This thing here is what grabs the chuck out of there and puts it back up in there. Close all this bullshit. We got a little hose here. Wash stuff off with, and this is actually going back into the machine, so if it leaks out, it goes back in. It's kind of cool. Thought that was pretty neat. Never touch any moving parts. 10-4. Come around over here, you got a little, open up that little window. Oh, there's some light. Oh yeah. There's that. We got our air pressure coming in over here. All this good fun stuff in here. Then we got our 4th axis encoder and 4th axis power. So that should be pretty fun. And that's where all the lines and everything will go in for that 4th axis. It is not ready to run because we have to hit power up and it'll actually move these bad boys out. Well, I don't know if it'll do it with the door open, I'll tell you what, but hit power up. And yep, it'll just zero everything out. And then there'll be a little check mark once it's good. Yep, there it is. And now we are all good once we hit, oh boy, we gotta learn how. We gotta learn what we're doing with this thing. But that's what we're going to Omaha next week for, so. Oh boy. I think we can handle jog it. Oh, okay. Now when you move this, I think. Oh, I think you gotta hit what you want to be moving. But I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Oh, the door. What door is open? I have no idea. All the doors are closed. Closed, closed, closed. Everything's closed. Yep, I'm not too sure. We're not gonna mess with it too much because not exactly sure what we're doing. Okay, so now we're moving that, but it's real slow. Moving the Z-axis right now. Y'all better stay tuned on this bad boy, that's for sure, because it's gonna be coming out with some badass parts. Very badass parts. We'll be doing YouTube videos on testing the parts, because most of them will be inside of an engine. So we'll have to build an engine, put the parts that we make into the engine, and beat the dog shit out of it. Because if I'm not gonna break it, there's a very small, slim chance anybody else is. So, this is gonna be fun. We're gonna be building pistons, we're gonna be building other stuff, and we're just gonna go out there and we're gonna dog on the damn thing. We're gonna dog on it and try and break it. We are gonna be trying to break shit. That's gonna be the plan with this thing. Well, not this, but the parts that we make from this thing is we're gonna be, you guys won't have to worry about any broken parts or nothing, because I guarantee you guys, your motor's not gonna see the type of abuse mine's gonna see when we test this type of stuff. And we'll even be recording this type of stuff. We'll be doing 40-minute long burnouts with a 44-foot trailer, loaded. We're gonna be putting this stuff to the test. We're gonna be doing 50,000 dyno pulls. We're gonna be doing 50,000 sled pulls and dirt drags and everything. So, if y'all want to be ready for that type of stuff, get ready, because it's about to get rowdy. It's going to get real rowdy. Not just for fun, but for actual scientific experience. To see what we have to do to make the parts better. So, this is exciting. We leave Monday to go on down there. We're good to go to training. So we're ready to go down there, learn a bunch of stuff. It is a 3-day class. The first day is like an operating class, runs through the basics and everything, all the tooling, probably everything that goes on this little stuff right here, whatever all these buttons do. Probably going to show us what all those do, how to work on the machine, probably how to troubleshoot some stuff. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, we'll be doing a bunch of G code. So we'll be actually learning how to program this thing to make stuff. Yeah, if y'all ready to see some badass type of stuff going on over here, boy, then I suggest you let us know down in the comments. Let us know what you would like to see made. Let us know if you have any ideas. Maybe we can make something happen. There's always lots of ideas. This thing's endless in opportunity, pretty much. So we're going to be having the sky's the limit on this thing. This thing should be going and making parts hopefully in the next 2 weeks. I'm hoping before we hit the road for the shows. We've got our dyno tour going on, the Blessed Performance Dyno Tour this year, so we'll be going along on that and running the dyno. So we'll be at probably 20 or so shows this year. Well, actually, we've got a list somewhere. Where the hell is our list? I don't know. I'll post a list somewhere on the Instagram or something like that on Snapchat. Y'all can come down to the show and get rowdy with us spraying some nitrous on the trucks and stuff. Here's all our tooling. Here's our chucks. All these are our chucks. And then right here are our bits. So as you can see, it goes pretty small. These aren't even the smallest ones yet. These are. And you can't even see them. That's how small they are. You have to put these in with a magnifying glass. That little boy, that thing's teeny tiny. Then we got a little bit bigger ones. I think that's a 5 flute, so that should take some material out, no problem. But then here's the big boy. Look at this. This is a nice little 4-inch one, and this one here will shave off some material, I tell you what. This one here will probably be used mostly for decking pistons. So if you need any deck pistons, probably 10 thousandths, 20 thousandths, let me know, because we can get that done, no problem. We're going to be fly cut, de-lipping, decking, all the pistons. So. Alright, so there you have it, little folks there. Let us know what else you want to see with this bad boy. Let us know down in the comment section what you think. Let me know if you want to see a little bit more with the fiber laser and how that stuff goes down. That thing's pretty fun to run. We could probably show you that in the next video, actually. Let me know if you want to see a little video on the fiber laser y'all are sitting on right now. That thing there is pretty much this thing, but 2D, like I said. It just cuts aluminum, metal, anything you want, really. I think we're going to try and cut some plexiglass with it. Who knows? I'm sure it can do it. But yeah, everything's getting exciting. Let me know what you think down in the comments of this exciting stuff. We'll see you all in the next video. Who knows what it'll be, actually. It might be burnouts. It might be making some parts. Who knows nowadays? We'll see y'all later.